All right, so in today's video, I'm going to drop the most absolute essential piece of information that you need, which is also ironically the most requested piece of information that you could need, which is how to identify the best niche for you to use on YouTube. Now, why is the niche so important? The niche is very important for one simple reason, because it is the boat or vehicle that you're going to find yourself in. Find yourself in the wrong boat, you easily could find yourself sinking all of your savings into a money pit, as you're not going to see a return on your investment to the light of day. Or choosing the right niche could allow you to live in a beautiful place like this, simply because you find yourself in the right vehicle, which allows you to have a profitable channel that's cash flowing and allowing you to make passive income online with this business model. So without further ado, let's get right into it, guys. So I'm going to share with you 25 different untapped niches that you could get into today, all of them able to make up to $10,000 and beyond in passive cash flow, all right, from the comfort of your home, right? And the other thing is I'm also going to share with you not only channels, but strategies, tools, and prompts that you can use to basically systemize and automate this entire process as soon as possible. So you definitely don't want to stop watching until the end of the video, because again, you're going to miss out on all the tools. There's no point. So just stick around all the way to the end and let me know also in the comment section. I would just do that right now while I'm rambling. I'm going to share some stuff. Just while I'm talking right now, go down to the comment section and let me know what video you guys want to see next, because I'm getting requested tons about niches and I'm sharing as many niches as possible. So you guys are off on the right road, but I would love to know what you guys are wanting to see next. So please drop it in the comment and I will make those videos. I will make those videos for you guys, but as long as you drop the comments. All right, welcome to the 25 most untapped niches you likely have never heard of. And after today's video, you will have a clear and concise roadmap of which niche, which direction, and which genre of channel that you could do today to make up to 10K a month. So let's just start off with the first one. All right, let's get right into it. The first one is Grabby Pull. So let me go ahead and share the channel right here for you guys. This is essentially going to be an education channel, specifically in the space niche. Now, the videos are partially animated. Let me just share with you a small clip.
Your clock on the wall is ticking, and outside you can hear constant police sirens. You wonder why all of...
So as you can see, the videos are animated, but you don't have to do them completely animated the way this channel is doing. So obviously these are full animations. You could do partial animations, which is more or less just screenshots done with AI. So you can have more or less kind of like an AI slideshow, and then you could definitely pull off the same kind of views, same traction, because the key thing here is the script and also the voiceover. Script and voiceover are very critical components of this video and why it's going viral. Obviously, the topics are really interesting too. The packaging is good, but the video itself isn't necessarily why the video is going viral. I've seen plenty of channels that don't have the best animations, the best graphics, the best, video quality, and yet still do incredibly well because number one, the topic is great, the packaging is dialed in, and the script and voiceover are really, really good. Right? So these are the main complementary facets that you need for a video to go viral. And so I would not worry too much about needing to spend a ton of money on the animation side, because again, I've seen some channels with crazy animations and some with very simple, like I'm saying, slideshow videos that do significantly better than the highly animated videos. So I promise you guys, if you're looking to get into a niche like this, the science niche, educational, and kind of interesting with a bit of hint of humor, then this might be actually a really good niche for you guys to get into. Focusing on the script and the voiceover, and focusing as well on the packaging, right? So the thumbnails and titles. As long as you mimic these as closely as possible, have really interesting and intriguing titles and thumbnails, you will do perfectly fine in this niche. And this channel is doing very, very well. They're actually doing about a $3 RPM, as you can see here. And they have done a combined total of about 5.7 million views, which we can just safely say 6 million views for the sake of math. 6 million views divided by 1,000. So if we have 6 million divided by 1,000, that gives us 6,000. Now 6,000 times an RPM of 3, that gives us about 18K. Pardon me, guys, I'm on my laptop. This is much more difficult than it looks. So 18K the channel has made within only creating 23 videos. 23 videos that probably cost them maybe more or less, let's say $100 maximum dollars to make, simply because they're more animated, they're a bit longer. So $100 max. So we have 23 videos, right? Times $100 gives you $2,300. So 18K minus 2,300 gives you about 15.7K, give or take, right? So that's the profit margin that this channel is taking home after posting 23 videos. And that is also only within the time span of about, let me see here, 6 months. And in reality, this shouldn't have even taken 6 months, because my students are usually pushing out an average of 2 to 3 videos a week, which means this could have taken even about 2 months to achieve and accomplish the same amount of videos, which would have garnered, again, the same kind of income, but in a much shorter amount of time. So I would say 6 months is how long they took. But in reality, it really could have taken you and should have taken you between 2, maybe 3 months at most to again achieve the same results. So let's move on to the next one, that is Gravity Pull. If you're interested in this niche, it is a very, very good niche. Let's move on to the second one, which is Bubble Brian. All right, so moving on, we see Bubble Brian. And Bubble Brian, I'll play a small snippet of you and I'll explain the niche itself.
Being developer of Minecraft is meant to be sued by the community. Keen Burst previously made this video calling out Mojang for allegedly violating European laws by updating their end-user license agreement without notifying people, having unfair, ambiguous terms, and locking further information about the terms behind it.
So as you can see, the thing is about this niche, they're delivering specific news segments, but in a animated iPhone text conversation. That's all it really is. There's literally nothing more to it. They have the sound as the conversation goes through. They have images, they have text, and a voiceover and script. That's it. That's literally all there is to this niche. It's extremely simple, but it's extremely captivating because, again, they're consolidating, condensing important information, which is usually very hard or time-consuming to digest, and just putting it into really bite size, as you can see, 50 seconds, 45 seconds, 47 seconds, a minute style content. And because of that, people know that they can receive all the most important pieces of information that they need, but in a very, again, small and digestible amount of content. And also it's entertaining and engaging because it's very interestingly and creatively delivered through, the iPhone text conversation. And this is very easy to do. So you can literally go over here and type in iPhone conversation maker, and you can go here and literally get the exact same thing, right? So you can put the name, the message, add everything, the battery connection settings, all that kind of stuff. You can create your own conversation on a website like this and just animate the entire thing. So you can do this yourself, or you can hire someone on Fiverr or Upwork to do it for you. Very simple. Again, it's only 45 seconds to a minute worth of content. It's not going to cost you very much to have this thing created. So again, the content creation cost and the content creation ease of creation, like the simplicity and barrier of entry, is very, very low. But obviously the results are very high, right? So a channel like this has posted 59 videos, which are very simple videos to create. All right, they've done a total of 3.7 million views. And let's take a look at their RPM. So they're getting about $1.68 for every 1,000 views. And that's simply because, number one, the content is very short, and likely it's also attracting a younger audience. But even let's just say $1.68, so $1.50 between $1.50 and $2, all right? And since they've done 3.7 million views, all right, if we go back here, so 3.7 million divided by 1,000 leaves them with 3,700. Now, 3,700 times $1.50 is going to give you 5,500, or 3,700 times 2 is going to give you 7,000. So between $5,500 to $7,000 they have generated in the past, let me take a look here, 2 months. All right, so that's really, really good money to make, especially considering the videos are extremely simple to make. And that's only been in the last 2 months of starting the channel, with 59 videos that take basically no time to create, and they're very short videos to post. This is actually a really good channel because, again, you can extrapolate this to so many different niches. You can go to the tech space, the crypto space, fashion space, gaming space, whatever it is you want. You can basically emulate the same style of editing and execution, but again, find some other crossover that you can incorporate and merge these two together. So I hope you guys can realize I'm trying to dive as deep as possible here to not only just share the niche, but really share the intrinsic formula on how to successfully put these together and make them successful. All right. So let's move on to the next one. I think Bubble Brian is a fantastic channel that you guys can not only just emulate if you want to do it yourself in the same niche, that's fine. But like I said, incorporating it with something else would be very, very beneficial. Moving on, we have History of the Medieval World. So here on this channel, they have, again, animated videos, but I'm going to show you something really, really cool. Guys, just for being part of this video, just for sitting here watching and supporting the channel, I'm going to share with you guys an incredibly cool AI tool that can basically do almost the same thing with AI, and it's so simple. One simple tiny prompt can basically create the same kind of videos that they see here. So look at this channel. In 9 videos, they have generated a total of 766,000 views. All right, so still new channel, not everything's taken off, but you can tell there's obviously an upwards trajectory and really high potential for a channel like this. So we take a look at the channel, how much it's earning per 1,000 views. We can see here it's earning about a $5 RPM per 1,000 views, which is really, really good, right? So now we take the $5 and we multiply that by the 766,000 views, right? The first equation is, again, we take 766,000 divided by 1,000. We take that number, multiply it by $5, and we get $3,800. So this niche, in the short period of time, has already generated almost $4,000. All right, guys, that's here, as we can see, in 10 months, but that's not actually 10 months, because we can see they posted one video 10 months ago, another video 9 months ago, another video 8 months ago, and then 3, 2, and 3 weeks ago. All this could have been done literally within the first month. This entire income, $4,000, near $4,000, could have been all earned within 1, max 2 months of time. So it's not, our fault that they posted in that spread timeline we could have done. And now that we see that there's a proof of concept, can do the exact same thing in 1 to 2 months. So I'm trying to show you guys not only just niches that are, I could still consider this like a new niche. It's still obviously working now, and it's worked 10 months ago, which is a really good indicator. And with a very small subset of videos, it's already performed very, very well for its class. So I'm showing you guys also these kind of underdog channels that have really good fighting chances, especially if you're really interested in medieval history. This is a really, really good angle to take. Now, when it comes to the content itself, let me show you what the animations look like.
English city of Winchester, commissioned to commemorate a millennium since the death of the man it represented. That man.
So as we can see, these are animations, full-on animations. You're going to need to hire an editor who's going to do everything correctly for you, pulling all the images together, stringing everything in an animated and engaging fashion. That's going to take a bit of time. It's going to cost quite a bit of money. It's going to be difficult to find someone, and it's just not very scalable if you want to post a lot of videos quickly. Obviously, they had a really hard time doing that because in 10 months, they only were able to get out 9 videos. So here's the solution to their problem. There's a new AI software that's come out. It's called Golpo. All right. I don't know why it's called that, but it is. Golpo is able to basically create whiteboard style animation videos, very, very good ones, where the videos are being animated as the person is speaking. So as the person is speaking, the AI knows exactly what to create. It actually creates the images that video is talking about, again, in real time. Let me just share a small little snippet of this.
You've probably watched a Khan Academy style video before. A friendly voice explains a concept, while diagrams and equations appear on a digital whiteboard perfectly in sync with the narration. It's a powerful way to learn, but creating even a short 5-minute lesson like this is incredibly labor intensive, often taking a human instructor.
So as you can see, as the person is actually speaking, the video is being created. This is the first time AI has the capacity to do this. And in this video actually that I'm playing, they explain the exact technology and how the whole thing is created in order to do this. Now it can do black on white, it can do white on black, it can also do colors, right? So you can basically let the imagination run wild. And the crazy thing is it works on simple prompts. So you can essentially go into this channel and say the greatest king that never was, or tell me a short story or tell me a long story about Alexander the Great or any other emperor, whatever it is, a story that you want. Literally just a very simple prompt. It'll script it for you. It'll do the voiceover and it'll create the exact images in real time being drawn as the voiceover is speaking. So you're basically speaking a video into existence and its animations are following. This is brand new technology that has not yet come out anywhere else other than here. So yes, it is obviously a paid program. It's not the cheapest thing in the world, but let's just say even you go for the $200 a month plan. The $200 a month gets you 150 credits, which is 150 minutes, which basically say it's a 10-minute video. You could do 15 videos a month, which 15 videos a month is going to make you back thousands and thousands of dollars, right? They've already collected $4,000 in 10 months. They could have collected that in the first month, maybe second month, but significantly more because that's only 9 videos. Imagine they posted 15 videos and then imagine 10 months of posting 15 videos, how far you would be, right? So the concept is proven through this channel. They have obviously proven the concept. This is a good niche, but they cannot keep up with the volume and frequency of posting simply because it takes too long for them to create the edited videos. This is where you insert the solution via AI. So guys, this is what I'm telling you about as well. The opportunity to create content now to make a passive income machine that works for you in 2025 is just ridiculously easy right now. Like the game is completely broken. The matrix has been cracked because there is this loophole in YouTube, which is essentially learning how to efficiently and effectively use AI in a way where you're not creating slop, you're still creating good videos, but you're automating most of the process. The stuff that you would normally have to either hire people out or do a bunch of manual labor yourself, have super high costs and have super high risk. Right? All that's been eliminated now with AI. And so this is just the era that we're living in. This is the opportunities that we have. And if you're not seizing these opportunities now, somebody else will, number one. And number two, it's going to pass by you before you even know it, and the opportunity is going to be gone. The opportunity of a lifetime is only in the lifetime of the opportunity. That is facts, right? So I'm sharing this with you guys so you guys are just exposed to what reality looks like now, what opportunities are presented before you. And again, after this video is done, it's up to you to choose if you want to do something about it, right? I'm going to present to you guys, I show you the niches. I give you all these websites as well you can use to make the whole process simpler. I show you what you should do, what you shouldn't do. If you just follow my content, if you just follow my videos, you have the sufficient amount of information to do this thing correctly. Hope you guys don't mind me yapping a little bit. I just like to really dive deep into these things so you understand, number one, why I do this, number two, why you should, approach these things or shouldn't approach them, and really what is in front of you, what is really actually in front of you, right? So I just like to make it as clear as possible, right? Vividly, just shove it in your face. And then again, you do what you will with that information. So I personally think it's a fantastic niche. I'm going to leave, again, by the way, if you guys are interested in doing this thing correctly and not making any mistakes, I highly suggest you guys join my free school community. It is the first link in the description of this video. You can click there, join the community. There's over 6,000 people that are there with you, posting very actively. It's a very active community. Not only do you get a community, you also get a classroom, which means I give away a massive, massive course with tons of free value, like more value than I've ever seen in any free course anywhere, including all my prompts, my tools, everything, my entire kits, everything is all here, right? You can basically find everything that I'm talking about for the most part online for free. What I'm providing for you is all the most relevant, up-to-date information consolidated into one place so you know it's very easy to find and very, well categorized. Number one. Number two, it is the most up-to-date information. It's relevant and is active, right? It's real information that's working now. And number three, because I don't care to actually sell this information. I want to give it to you guys so that if you're going to do this business model anyway, you might as well do it the right way, because there's so many people out there that are steering you in the complete wrong directions. They're just trying to manipulate the truth and sell this thing to be easier or not the way it really is, just to gravitate your attention towards them, when in reality, they don't really know what they're talking about. So I give away all my information for free. Like I said, if you want to work with me and you want to pay for my mentorship, work one-on-one with me, that's fantastic. If you don't, that's perfectly fine as well. I just want to make sure that if you are going to do this, you're going to take the right information away and at least not be stuck in a trap where you pick the wrong vehicle, the wrong niche, the wrong strategy. You will be left in good hands if you just follow this information, whether paid or free. And I charge for implementation simply because there's an entire strategy behind everything that I do, and we have proven and guaranteed success behind everything. We can talk more about that later. Right now, I want to go back to the niches, all right? So this is a really good niche for those who are interested in the medieval niche who want to also implement AI. Let's move on to the next one. All right, the next niche on the list is That's Joak. I think that's how you pronounce it. So That's Joak is a really cool channel. I've seen some people talk about it, but really, I just want to bring it up again because, guys, in 5 months, this channel has done 18 videos. They have generated a total of 2 million views, but it's the simplest views you could ever imagine. And it's a really interesting niche because people are really interested in TV, movie series, and comics. So with that interest, which is a very, very broad market, very good market to tap into, you can find yourself creating channels just like this with topics just like this and doing really, really well, really, really fast, right? So a channel like this, let's take a look at the analytics. So this channel is pulling out about a 3.61 RPM. Let's just average out to 3.5. So $3.5 per every 1,000 views, and they've done 2.1 million views. So if you do the calculation here, I'm just kind of doing this because the drawing was just taking way too long. 2.1 million divided by 1,000 gives you 2,100. 2,100 times $3.5 per 1,000 views gives you $7,500. All right, so $7,500 is a really good amount to make, again, for very simple videos that don't take too long, that don't cost too long. And again, the niche has proven to work. They could be posting significantly more, right? They're posting like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, like maybe 1, maybe 2 a week. I think they're posting like, 3 or 4 per month. It's really, really low, like very, very low. So again, this is just showing the opportunity. If they've already made $7,000 within 18 videos, like the sky's the limit. I would reinvest every single dollar back into the channel. I would hire 3 teams if I had to, just to pump out the production. They're basically not they're not capitalizing on the opportunity that they have. They have an amazing opportunity because they're getting a lot of traction already. All they have to do is double down and make more content. Right? So this is I'm showing this because I also want to show you the opportunity that people are missing. This is what we call opportunity cost, is thinking that, you have something that works, but not doubling down when you have proven concept, right? So something's working, they're doing good, they're doing fantastic, but they're missing out on basically 5 to 10x the results simply because they're maybe, prioritizing the quality. I don't know what reason they could be possibly doing for not posting more content, but I'm sharing this with you because I want you guys to know that if something like this is working, you double down. Put all the money that you're making from the channel back into the channel to create more of this same content. The more you can create, every single video is another opportunity for it to go viral and making more money. More videos, more opportunities. More opportunities, more money. It's a very, very simple calculation, okay? So very simple, a really good niche. Again, if you're interested in TV shows, movies, and comics, you should definitely get into a channel just like this. Let's move on to the next one. So let's give this one a thumbs up. All right. The next one is Absol Detective. Very, very good niche. Very interesting niche. Let's check this out. So they have 59 videos. All right. They have posted their first video 11 months ago, which is not true. It's actually about 10 months ago, which is also not true because they only posted 2 videos in 10 months. And so really they haven't been actively posting until the last like 6 months or so. So I'm going to say, let's just say last 6 months. That's when they really started posting the most active, 5 to 6 months realistically. Now, let's take a look at the channel and the content. So let's go to the analytics first, look at the RPM, and I'll show you the kind of content they're posting. All right, so if we take a look at the RPM, they're doing about a 5.74 RPM. Now, what's crazy, this channel is a bit of a behemoth. They've got 5 million views this month alone. And if you look at the 59 videos, they total about 40 million views. 40 million views, guys. All right, so let's just do some quick math. So seeing that they've done 40 million views this month, you divide it by 1,000, you get 40K. All right, now 40K times $6, we have 240K, which means they've earned $240,000 from almost 60 videos. Those 60 videos didn't cost them much to make, and they're not that difficult to make because everything is done by teams and AI. Okay, so I'll break it all down for you as well. And also this month they did 5 million views, so you divide by 5 million by 1,000, you get 5,000. Multiply that by $6, you also get 30K. $30,000 was generated this month from this channel. Let's break it down because this is obviously a behemoth of a channel, a really good channel to get into. And it's very simple, all right? There's so many channels that are just like this. It's literally just documentaries, all right? The most disturbing disasters caught on camera, the most disturbing cruise ship incidents, most disturbing CCTV incidents. So these are all stories that are public directory videos that you can go find online and create documentaries about them. So you need a script writing, you need the voiceover, the editing, and obviously the thumbnails. Now, what's really cool is that a lot of these thumbnails can be done with AI. So I suggest using something like ChatGPT or Pexels to make these AI thumbnails. They're very, very easy to make. Very, very easy to make. Okay. Now the scripts could also be done with AI, which is really cool. So if you're interested in using AI and you don't want to pay a script writer, you can just head over to my school community over here. You can go to AI content creation. You could just copy this script prompt over here. Go to ChatGPT or Claude, and it's literally going to give you a perfectly optimized script for any niche, right? Specifically this one, you're just going to ask you some questions, you answer them, and it's going to write a whole script for you. And then you need a voiceover, which you can just go to 11 Labs, use an AI voiceover, and then you're good to go. The last part of this puzzle is an editor, which the editor, you probably want to go to Fiverr or Upwork, and you can hire one from there. Probably going to cost you like $50 to $80 for this video because, again, it's a longer video, it takes a bit of time to edit, but obviously the upside is there. This is not going to be one of those cheap channels to do because the barrier of entry is a little bit higher, given the fact you have to spend more on the editing and the procedure is a little bit longer because you do need, as you can see here, the commonalities are long videos. So it's not just the fact that they're doing these topics, the fact that the videos are longer also plays a huge component to why they're successful. All right, just being fully transparent here. All right. So I suggest this niche 100% to anyone who has a little bit more maybe experience and also financial capacity that they can put into this niche. If you're really looking for like the big bucks, this is where it's at. This is a fantastic, fantastic channel to get into. And with that said, let's move on to the next one. All right, so a lot of you guys have seen Barely Evolved. This has been around for a very long time. What's crazy is I don't know what's happening with the channel. I don't know what's wrong with the owner. Maybe they're, I don't know, I'm not going to say anything. I don't know what's wrong with their channel. Something must have happened where they either have no access to this channel or they posted a video, completely forgot about YouTube, didn't realize that this video went mega viral, got 5.7 million views in 3 months, which is absolutely ridiculous, and literally has almost 100,000 subscribers. They're about to get their plaque, and they haven't even posted more than one video, which, by the way, is possible. So this is what I love about YouTube. You know what I mean? You never really know what's going to blow up. And a lot of times, things that you least anticipate blowing up actually are the ones that blow up, which is a really good lesson here. I've had a lot of my students, and myself included, and a lot of people that I know say, the things that I thought were going to perform the least actually did the best. It's not always the case, but it happens quite a lot. So don't always hesitate to post your content, whatever it is, because you never know what could actually blow up. Something like this, I don't think they anticipated even the slightest getting this crazy. Even maybe like 500,000 views is very, very good, you know, and that's what someone could expect, even if they put a lot of effort. But to get 5.7 million views is absolutely absurd. And that just shows to light how YouTube can overnight change your life. This person has done at least, let's do the math here, right? I'm not just going to throw numbers. I know for a fact that this niche is paying about $5 per 1,000 views. So if you take 5.57 million views, all right, let's just do for quick maths. Let's call it 6 million views. All right, so 6 million divided by 1,000, you get 6K times $5 equals 30K. Let me just ask you guys for a second. What could $30,000 do for you if you received it basically overnight? Let's say, okay, yeah, it's 3 months, but let's say you woke up one day, you forgot that you actually posted a video on YouTube. You come back to it 3 months later, and there's $30,000 sitting in the account waiting to be deposited into your channel, into your bank account, sorry. How would your life change, right? Would you pay off your mortgage? Would you pay off your car? Would you not have to worry about debt? Would you be able to go on a vacation you've been planning on going, but just couldn't because it wasn't financially capable? All this could be possible simply by posting one video. Now, obviously, the chances of this happening to you are very slim, but that doesn't take away from the fact that this is a reality. This is a real situation that's happened to somebody simply because they posted one video. And what did they really do? What I believe actually happened here is not the fact that they posted a video and made 30K. It's the fact that they took the chance. They took the chance to say, hey, I'm just going to try this thing out. Whether it works or not, I'm just going to try it out. And that is what differentiates people who actually make money. People who are actually successful, people who deserve to be thriving in financial abundance because they decided to take the risk and try something, even if it was out of their comfort zone. And maybe they could just remember that they posted this video, come back to it, realize there's a lot of money sitting there, who knows? But the reality is that they did that. Those actions that they took led to these consequences. And these consequences are obviously very, very beneficial consequences. So I'm saying this again, I'm trying to leave a lot of nuggets in here, not just give you guys niches and stuff because that's fine, but really, a lot of you guys are sitting on the sidelines watching other people make money, watching people like this, where they have one video just hit, and there's tens of thousands of dollars sitting in their bank, right? And that could be you. There's no reason that this can't be you guys. It's a very simple video to create. I'll show you the video right now.
This is you. There's your dad, his dad, and his. Keep going. Soon you'll fly past powdered wigs, chainmail, mammoths, and eventually stumble upon a guy squatting in the dirt.
So, as you can see, not overcomplicated at all. All right. So I'll leave this channel at that. If you guys are interested in doing anything about the evolution, you should definitely get into it. Obviously, there's a lot of demand. And even one channel with one video can do incredibly well. That just shows you how much interest there is in these kind of topics. And obviously, there's a lack of saturation if one channel with no content on it can go viral. I'll let you guys do what you will with that information. Moving on to the next channel, which is Quiet Conquest. All right. These are sleeping educational history videos. These are gold mines on YouTube right now. All right. Simply because there's a few factors. All right. Number one, length. Length plays a huge part. Number two is payout. All right. Number three is ranking. And number four is interest. All right. Interest and demand. So let me explain all these. Number one is length. As you can see, all the videos are very long. 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and so on and so forth. So length plays a huge part in these videos. Why would people do longer videos? Number one, simply because the longer videos mean longer watch time. The longer somebody spends watching your video, the more YouTube rewards you with more viewers, with more audiences, with higher trust score. All right. Now, the longer videos your videos are, it also means you can include more ads. So every single time somebody watches a video, there's those pesky little ads in the middle. They're called mid-rolls. All right. The more mid-rolls you can insert, the more money you're going to make because more ads are consumed. If you have a 3-minute video, you can only consume ads at the beginning and at the end. If you have an 8-minute video, you can start placing some ads, but you can't place too many, maybe 2 or 3. But if you have a 2-hour video, you could post 50 to 80 to 100 ads if somebody watches all the way through. And if somebody watches 100 ads, YouTube's going to reward you significantly, right? So instead of getting paid $3, $4, $5 for every 1,000 views, you're not getting paid $15 to $20 to $25 for every 1,000 views. I'll show you guys even an example right now. So as you can see, a channel here with only 100,000 views has already generated $2,400. That's really uncommon, all right? Because usually $1 RPM means 1,000,000 views divided by 1,000 gets you $1,000. So if it's $2 RPM, you get 1,000,000 views, gets you $2,000, right? But how much RPM do you think this channel is if only 100,000 views has made $2,500? I'll show you guys right now. So as you guys can see here, the total generated revenue is $2,300 in the last 28 days. And we have, with 100,000 views, $23 RPM. This channel is earning $23 for every 1,000 views. All right. That is the power of long form videos, long form content. All right. Where channels like this can literally make you hundreds of dollars a day while only getting minimal amounts of views. This is why this niche is overpowered and why everyone is jumping into it. So length is a huge indicator. The second one, like I said, is payout because they pay out significantly more. The third one is retention, right? So how long people are spending on the videos means longer watch time. Now, longer watch time means you are getting people retained on YouTube, which is the ultimate goal of YouTube. And the more you do that, more successfully you do that, the more YouTube will reward you, which means they're going to rank your video. So ranking and retention. Higher your videos rank, the more views you get. So simply the act of keeping people on YouTube, YouTube will notice this and reward you with ranking you higher. So it's kind of like it's a perfect trifecta, right? And then obviously the last one is interest and demand, right? People are wanting to find these videos because they, number one, just want to learn something, let it sit in the background while they cook or eat or do their homework, or number three, obviously for sleep, right? To fall asleep to. They know that they're going to be able to just consume some content, maybe somehow retain that information or whatever it is. And some people just need something to listen to while they fall asleep. So overall, it just checks off everything all at once. And so it's a fantastic idea for anyone to get into. Now, of course, longer videos does mean that the channel becomes more challenging to create because these are longer videos. But keeping in mind, this is literally just slideshow content. These are all AI images in slideshow format with voiceover and script. That's all it is. It's very, very simple to make, right? So it's actually not that complicated. So now a video like this, genuinely, if you actually hire the right team, shouldn't cost you more than $25. So let's find out how much this channel specifically has made. So if we take the 4.7 million views that they have generated in, let's take a look here, 7 months time, and we take that number, so 4.7 million divided by 1,000, we get 4,700. That number times $20, let's just say a conservative $20, gives you a grand total of $94,000. $94,000. And let's take a look at the cost. These videos should only take you about $25 to make. $25 times 117, let's take a look, is about almost, let's say $3,000. $3,000 to make $94,000. And keep in mind, some of you might say, well, I don't have $3,000. Well, they didn't post $3,000 worth of content up front. All right, they posted one video and then 5 videos, then 15 videos, and they started making money, and that money was coming back and they were reinvesting their money. So this thing can be extremely cash flow positive, extremely profitable before you even invest thousands of dollars. So you can use the revenue of the channel to actually build and scale the channel as it grows. So these channels are very, very lucrative simply because, again, they're high demand and all these things I just showed you here. All right. So let's move on to the next one, guys. The next channel I have here for you guys is called Chat Music. This is a really, really interesting one, very lucrative, and honestly, very unique, very, very unique. All right. So this is one of those channels where they basically find viral videos online where you're kind of like roasting it in a sense. You're finding channels or videos that have a long thread of really funny comments. I'll just play a video here, whichever one it is, and you'll kind of get the gist right away. So obviously you guys get the point. They're just taking viral videos. It's not always roasting someone. It's different things as well. But they're taking the comments and they're essentially just animating them with AI. So it's actually a very simple process. You just take screenshots of the comments. You put them in like a CapCut, time them to the music. The music is very simple too. You just take the comments, you put them into something like Suno AI, which is an AI music creator, and you just have it read it out with music. It'll create the music for you with the voiceover, and you just take the voiceover, put it in CapCut, time the screenshots. It's a simple process to make. All right, so this channel is actually really lucrative because it's actually very simple to make. There's so many videos that go viral all the time. There's so much stuff in the comments you can always do. They got 1 million subscribers, 1 million subscribers with 180 videos, and their first video was literally posted 1 year ago, which is actually not even the right accurate because the first one was actually 11 months ago, right, when they started doing this. And they didn't even make that many at the beginning. All right. They only recently started posting a lot of them, 180 videos. They're very simple to make. They're only between like 45 seconds to 3 minutes. Very, very small. All right. So very easy to make, very lucrative, and they pay all right. It's maybe like $1 per 1,000 views. But look at the views, guys. They've got 183 million views, 183 million views. So if you take 183 million divided by 1,000, you get 183,000. 183,000 times about $1 to $2 is $183,000. Up to maybe $360,000 they've made off this channel alone in the 1 year. Very, very easy money, very easy work, right? So this is just another niche that we can scratch off and say, hey, this is a good idea if you're interested in getting something like this, simply because barrier of entry is very low, very easy to make, and they go viral. All right, let's move on to the next one. So we can check this one off. And the next one is called Fashion and Elegance Over 50. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because it's not actually the best channel in the world. They have 85 videos. They've done a total of like 2.9 million views, 3 million views. It's pretty good. It's actually very good. Again, 85 videos, 3 million views. It's good. It's not fantastic. But the thing is that these videos are super easy to make. It's literally like slideshows with different kind of fashion tips for women over 50 on how to look, rich and classy, how to look elegant, how to look more expensive. Very easy videos to make, like literally slideshow style, and they work really well. Now, this is not necessarily the end all be all of what I'm trying to share with you. What I'm trying to share with you is the fact that any video that's tailored toward elders is going to do really, really well. All right. Because the elders market is, number one, paying significantly higher than most other markets, right? Because they're older, they're more prone to buying. They usually have a lot more pain points that you can kind of stab a wound and twist it and make them, watch the videos, which again, then advertisers will pay significantly more for ads on those videos because they know there's typically more buying power. There's more interest in buying. They're more predominantly likely to buy. So this is a really good niche to get into overall as a producer for the consumers. So it doesn't have to be fashion. I've seen people do elderly videos about health, about safety, about flying, about food, and then here I'm seeing now elegance and fashion, right? So I'm just trying to show you guys how you can expand the paradigm of how you tailor your content specifically to the elderly niche, and then find some subset like fashion or like health or like whatever it is. So this is not necessarily saying do the elegance channel. I'm just trying to share this because I want to expand your realm of thought of if you're going to approach the elderly niche, how you could possibly find your own unique angle and mechanism to do so. All right, so I'm not going to do too much on this. It's not like crazy impressive channel. Again, they've done 3 million views. They probably get like a $5 RPM. They've done like $15,000 in 85 videos, but those videos could easily cost them between $15 to $25 to make. So it's actually still a cash flow positive channel. It's a great channel, but nothing to crazy brag about. I'm just doing this to expand your guys' understanding. So we can check this one off as another successful niche. Let's move on now to Wrestling Explained. And this is going to be me going into my favorite niches. Our favorite niches, which is the Everything Explained niche. And I've been talking about this for a long time. I've been shouting it from the rooftops. The amount of students that I have right now that have, number one, gotten monetized in the first month. Number two, made about $2,000 to $4,000 within 60 days of starting their channel. And number three, have never had the easiest time making that money ever until this niche came out. This is like, again, a loophole in the matrix where you could just make an unlimited amount of money if you just follow this strategy correctly. So here's another channel called Wrestling Explained. All right, there's 14 videos. All right, it's already gone really good views. Now I'm only sharing this because it's a bit of an outlier. I'm going to show some other channels that are even better, but I want you guys to see there's some niches out there that have not been touched by Everything Explained. And if you can find those niches and be the first mover's advantage and create those videos, you will make an absurd amount of money. All right, this is the first channel that tapped into WWE, and they're getting success already, right? So in 14 videos, they've already done 1.2 million views. The RPM is not bad. It's about a $5 RPM, right? So that means if you divide 1.2 million, divide by 1,000, you get 1,000, right? Times 5 is about 5,000, 6,000 they've made. All right, $6,000 within 14 videos is very, very good, especially in a very short time span. All right, 2 months. Literally 2 months is when they started the channel. This is, again, sharing with you guys the opportunity that exists today. The Everything Explained niche is an incredible one. You need to hop onto this. I'm going to keep saying it, keep shouting it from the rooftops until everyone has one of these channels. And you guys can just milk it and make the most amount of money. And then when you guys make a ton of money, you can come back to me and say, thank you, Victor. Thank you, Victor, for continuing to shove this down my throat until I finally built the courage to do that. And now I made a bunch of money. That's all I want. Call it an ego play. I don't care. My students are killing it with this, and you guys can too. It's not that difficult. All right. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one here is another Everything Explained one, which is called Bite Size Explainer. Let's take a look at it. Okay. So 9 videos, 44,000 subscribers. Go to most popular, we see 1,380,000. Right. So in 9 videos, they've done a total of 2.6 million views. Again, same RPM, about $5. So 2.6 million divided by 1,000 is 2,600 times 5 is about $10,000 to $11,000-ish. $10,000 to create 9 videos. It did not cost them $10,000 to create 9 videos. It cost them maybe $50 per video times 9 videos is just shy of $500, $450. It took them to make this many videos and generate $10,000 to $12,000. So tell me again how great this opportunity is. Tell me again another niche. Tell me again another opportunity online where you could make $10,000 for trading $500. It is the best slot machine you could ever imagine asking for. Put in 500, get back 10,000, boom. All right. So if you guys are still questioning if you should get online, if you should build the courage to start up a channel, to put together a small team, to use some AI softwares, to just try this thing out. If you're still in that contemplation phase, if you're still curious and wondering and arguing with yourself if you should do this, I hope this video serves that purpose for you. And you just build the courage and just do it, because it is the best and most unprecedented opportunity that's ever existed. And if you're not capitalizing on it, you're messing up royally. All right, so let's scroll over here to the next one, which is Attics, if I'm pronouncing that right. Attics is a very interesting niche as well, because it is actually based off of another one, which is called Pexto. So Pexto is one of the original channels that started the trend of most hated versus most loved. Actors are people who got exposed, the downfalls, when people get destroyed, whatever it is. So this thumbnail style / packaging style has been more or less predominantly created by this channel. I'm pretty sure it was this one. And then now other people are starting the same thing. You can see very similar thumbnail styles, right? With the images of the people with, again, a stamp on their forehead, the evil versus good. And the crazy part is this Pexels channel, all right, that I've showed, Pexto. I've showed this channel a lot of times, and I've seen a lot of new channels popping up left and right with streamers, with YouTubers. There's actually a lot of these channels have popped up. Right? More channels pop up left and right, and they are also doing incredibly well. So even the brand new channels that have like 3 videos, they're all doing incredibly well, copying the exact same style. So here's just another example of how you can get in and make a bunch of money just copying someone else. These are literally just replicas of what's already working, and they're doing incredibly well. They're on 6 million views with 18 videos. And Pexto has trumped that. They, in 73 videos, have done 115 million views. That's incredible. Again, very simple videos. Very, very simple videos, guys. There's nothing too crazy here. It's just simple compilation style videos. All right, fans who turn against, evil woman who got destroyed. That's all it is. Guys, you can literally hire a team to do this. You can literally go on Fiverr, Upwork, and say, I want a compilation video of the top streamers, most hated versus most loved streamers. Very simple videos to make. Very, very simple. You guys just have to put yourself out there, take a chance, do the research, package it correctly, and you will see success. It's absolutely imminent if you just try. All right, simple. Let's move on to the next one. So let's give this one a check mark over here. The next one we have is anabolic stick. This is a really good niche, guys. Again, like I said, find a niche that does not have the ever explained style and insert the ever explained style, and you'll do incredibly well. Now they've done that, but a little bit differently. All right, they copied the same kind of concept of editing, but they changed it up. Now they have a faceless personality channel. All right, so faceless human. So they have this anabolic stick as like the character. I'm just going to play a small segment of it. You'll see exactly what I mean.
The entire internet, and it backfired massively. In the process, they screwed over Jeff Nipper, deceived and exploited another science-based influencer called the Scientific Snitch, and now a ton of people are called.
So as you can see, this character is consistently there in the frame, whether it's on left, right, this and that, and then they have some images coming up and the voiceover and text. That's it. So there's a personality behind this whole thing, but obviously no one knows who it is. They'll never know who it is. The point being is they kind of have a face or identity associated with the channel, but it is still a faceless channel. And it's just simple animations, a bit of humor tapped in there. And they're just finding topics about bodybuilders and making small videos about them, like really short videos, right? So that's what I love about this is like you're just taking concepts that people want to watch anyways, typically from channels with faces, right? Influencers, and now just making them faceless and a bit more entertaining with better editing. And it works, right? So this is kind of the crossing of niches. Again, making and paving your own path of niches is a very important way to do this. And again, here you see within 5 months, which is not really 5 months because they've only mostly posted all their content in the last 2 months. So 14 videos in the last 2 months, let's just say, they've already generated 2.5 million views. Again, conservative $5 RPM. They've done about $10,000 to $12,000 they've made in the last 2 or 3 months of consistently posting content. So again, shedding light on how incredibly easy it is to make money online, specifically with YouTube. It's not that crazy. These guys are not all rocket scientists. I'm showing so many channels. These guys are not all geniuses. I'm not handpicking out geniuses. These are people that just took the chance and just tried this out for themselves and got results. Now we move on to the next one, which is yet again another sleeping channel. Crazy how this stuff is on the radar, guys. On the radar. I'll play a small segment of it so you can see just how simple these videos are.
Human eye. Most people don't realize how complex the human eye is, or how much it does every second to allow, or while listening to algorithm.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is just absolutely mental. The opportunity we have now, where somebody can just take an image with a starry night background, a small voiceover, like a regular voiceover, a regular script with the most basic information, and they're getting so many views and making so much money on videos that are paying out so incredibly high. Like for you to be able to somehow capture a channel that's making $10, $15, $20, $30 per 1,000 views and just make 12 million views come out of nowhere, that is mental. Let's just do some very quick maths here for you. So they have done 12 million views since they started. Divided by 1,000, it gets you 12,000. Multiply that by $20. That gets you about $240,000 in revenue that they have generated in a very short span of time. Actually, I think their first video was only posted about 1 year ago. So like 11, 12 months, right? So imagine making $240,000 in 1 year. That's about, give or take, $20,000 a month that they've been earning on average for making slip videos, which is only 41 videos. 41 videos times maybe, let's say $40, $50 per video to create. So do the math. This is the opportunity. This is a niche that I stand behind with absolute certainty. Is an incredibly life-changing niche. Most of these are life-changing niches, but I'm just trying to put you guys on the different styles and different variations of execution, which you could try for yourself. So move on to the next one. So here we have Plain Curious. Okay, so this is a channel that's dedicated to basically teaching you different random nuanced things about planes. Very weird, but it works super well. All right. They're very simple videos. Again, there is a bit of animating to this or editing to this, but very simple editing. So there's actually not much. There's no drawing. There's no animations. It's actually very simple. Just clips of airplanes that are flying with different scenes that are kind of correlating to what's being said. The script is done with AI. The voiceover is done with AI. The thumbnails are likely also done with AI. And the editing is done with an editor, which probably costs between $30 to $45 per video. Very simple. So they've done 58 videos, as you can see here, and they've done a total of almost 2 million views. Let's take a look at the analytics. So since the videos are a little bit shorter, they're getting about $3 per 1,000 views. So let's just do the math here quickly. So they have generated 8.2 million views divided by 1,000. You get 8,200 times $3. You get a grand total of $24,000. $24,000 for making plane videos, airplane videos. Again, everyone has their interest. Everyone has their niche. Everyone has something that they are drawn to, are interested in, are captivated by. And for these people, it's airplanes. And for you, it might be airplanes too. So I'm just trying to shed some light again on how vast the opportunity is, because there's no one size fits all. There's so many different niches and needs, and you can tailor and accommodate to basically anything. So imagine making $24,000, making 50 videos about planes in such a short span of time, right? So that's why, again, I believe so wholeheartedly in the business like this, because we're not running businesses where we have to acquire clients or sell products or do shipping and fulfillment and payment processing and delays and meta ads and getting banned and all these different variables that you don't want to deal with in a traditional business. This is literally just creating content, posting it online, and letting YouTube find us views, and we get paid for it. Find me another better business model. Find me something better than YouTube. It's absolutely incredible. Let's move on to the next one. Now, guys, we are nearing the end of the video, and I just want to say I'm realizing this video has gotten quite long, and I didn't anticipate it being this long at all. But I'm creating this content for you guys because, number one, I want to prevent you from making the wrong mistakes. I want you to fully know everything you're getting into and make those decisions with complete confidence and conviction and clarity around them. That's number one. Number two, again, I want to be that guy to deliver good information. So if you guys are still here, if you're still here up until this point in the video, number one, you guys are MVPs. You're absolute legends for watching and consuming my content all the way to here. It just shows me, number one, the dedication and devotion you have to changing your situation and to succeeding with YouTube. That's what this shows you, and it also shows me. So again, if you have made it this far, I'd love to just see a comment. See it, like, just drop a comment. Let me know that you made it this far, how you feel about this. And again, what are the kind of content you want to see? Just let me know if you want to see more niche videos, if you want to see more strategy videos, diving deeper into certain topics, just whatever it is. I want to know from you guys because I want to create content for you, not for me. This is not for me. This is for you. So I want to know from you guys, what do you want to watch? The next niche is called Nonogram, which is yet again, I'm sorry to do this to you, but another Every Explained niche, simply because they're so good. So imagine 16 videos in, they've generated 11.1 million views. 11.1 million views divided by 1,000 is 11,000 times 5 is about $55,000. $55,000 on only 16 videos, which is just simply about SCPs, which I can't remember even what this acronym name is like. I can't remember. I Googled it and I saw it's something super random. But you'd think, like, again, you have to find something that's super popular and everyone knows about it, this and that. This is a very niche topic. Very, very niche, like creepypastas, fiction smartest characters, fictions. Like these are all really niche, super niche. Yet they've done 11 million views in 16 videos, and they only started the channel 7 months ago. Right? Which is, again, not really 7 months. They posted 3 videos in 1 month. It's not very impressive. 3 videos in 6 months, in the 6 month mark. They could have posted all these literally within like 2-3 months. So imagine getting 11 million views, 2-3 months. That is life changing. Another niche, another one, just to prove again how incredible this is. So let's move on to the next one, which is down here. We have Drive. All right, Drive is another great niche to look into. So with Drive, we have basically Formula One videos. I've seen a lot of Formula One channels, but this is just another one that's popped up. It's 9 months old, but they really haven't posted much content, and they've done very, very well. All right, really good content. And what they've done, let me show you what they've actually done, which is really cool. If we go over here and we type in Hoop Flicks, we will see very similar content to what they've done, but they crossed it over to F1, Formula One. Right, so if I go over here, for example, this like $1 versus $40 million homes in LA or whatever in NBA, I'm just going to show you the thumbnail style. All right, this is the thumbnail style. I can actually probably very likely find, stupidly. No, hold on, I'm going to find it right here. There's so many of these videos, weird things that NBA players bought, which is very similar to stupid like this one here, how NBA players spend their millions. But here, I guarantee if I scroll down, I will find the exact video that I'm looking for, which is the background to the yacht. Yeah, how NBA players got their jersey number. So the thumbnail style are completely inspired by these types of videos right here with the video, with the island. So this channel doesn't have, there's another one. I think they have like a football channel that does the same stuff, but this thing is a very iconic thumbnail. It's worked so many different times for so many different niches, for so many different videos. It works time and time again. So again, finding something that's worked something else and crossing it over to your niche or your channel is how you make money. You saw this as well on Pexto, the same channel I showed you guys earlier. It's the same thumbnail style with the evil on the right and the good on the left. They're just taking what's working and implementing it onto their channel. And I think Formula One is a little bit of a saturated niche, but they've managed to make it work. 17 videos in, they've done 4.5 million views. It's a very good video, very good channel, very good results. And this just simple editing, great topics, great thumbnails. I have to admit, the great thumbnails, really attractive. They've done very well with everything. The packaging in the videos and execution is very, very good. But again, this just shines light on how lucrative this niche actually is. All right. So very simple. We can look at the analytics and just see exactly how much they've made. So they've done about $3 per 1,000 views on total. And like I said, 4.5 million views, just round up to 5 million views, round this up to $3. They've done about $15,000. $15,000 in only 17 videos. That is a really good channel, really good return. All right. Let's move on to the next one. So the next one over here is called Ear to Hear. Very, very interesting channel. Now, I'll be very honest. There is parts and components of this person's videos where there is a face. It's actually a real personality. But maybe 80 to 90% of it is animated. I'm not looking at the fact that there's a person here. I'm looking at number one, the topics, and number two, the results. All of this can be done faceless. Like them adding themselves in the video doesn't actually add any value. It doesn't make it go viral. It's not why it went viral. It's the topics and the concepts, the storytelling and the voiceover. That's what makes them actually go viral, right? So I think you can basically take these exact same videos and just redo them again in your own style, right? As you can see here, there's a person who pops up. That's not necessary. You don't have to show your face in these videos. He just decided to, but again, doesn't add or remove anything. So you can just basically make these videos with AI, whether it's slideshow or the other thing I showed you as well with like the drawing animation as it's happening. That's another way you can do the exact same topics. So the topics are proven. Like again, guys, 40 videos and they've already done 34, almost 35 million views. Let's take some quick maths here, all right? So this channel is getting a $7.6 RPM per 1,000 views. And like I showed you earlier, they're getting 34, almost 35 million views. So 35 million views, all right? 35 million divided by 1K, you get 35K. 35K times 7.6, you get a total of $266,000 generated off of 40 videos, guys. And most of that came from the recent videos that they have posted on their channel. So that just, again, shows you the opportunity of how much money you could literally make out of thin air from YouTube. Now, this is a good niche if you're looking into the religion, spirituality niche. Really, really good, right? To get inspired by those topics, make your own topics that are very similar. This is where you want to be. Let's move on to the next one. Now, the next one over here is called Lessons Of. All right. Lessons Of is essentially a adventure time channel where they just take lessons. All right. So lessons here of existentialism, stoicism, loneliness, how Magic Man taught us to heal, magic what Adventure Time teaches about forgiveness, all these different topics. And so it's just literally clips of Adventure Time that are kind of relating to what's being said. And the whole thing is just about lessons. So they're just taking lessons and using Adventure Time as the kind of background and interpretation of the lesson. And so it's very simple. It's actually literally just educational videos, but using and masking the education as with Adventure Time, which could be done with anything. You could literally use any show, whether it's Family Guy, Simpsons, like anything. You do the exact same topics in this niche and cross them over to another channel. Like essentially, another comedy, another cartoon, another anything. Really, it could be anything, right? So they've done 49 videos and then a total of 10 million views. So let's take a look at the RPM quickly. So since, again, predominantly a lot of maybe younger people will be watching this, the RPM is only $2 per 0.5 per 1,000 views. So that's very, very good still, because again, they've done 10 million views. You divide 10 million by 1,000, you get 10,000. 10,000 times 2, you get about, $20,000, $25,000 for 49 videos that are very, very easy to make, very cheap to make. And again, just a great opportunity for you to make a bit of a cash cow off these channels, simply because you can now take the same topics, same exact topics, existentialism, stoicism, whatever it is, exact same ones, but now do them in Family Guy, do them in, whatever other show you like, the same thing. So just find a team to copy these and put them in something else that's going to work just as good. That's what I love about YouTube. It's just copy and paste of somebody else and do your own unique twist on it. And you'll make significant amount of money online. So, lessons learned. Let's move on. All right, so the next one is what we call Buried Earth, another channel about Buried Earth. Now, this is kind of a iteration and kind of a sister of Extinct Zoo. So if you haven't been exposed to Extinct Zoo, this is one of the mega channels in the space. So they basically talk about like prehistoric videos, about dinosaurs and all these different things. And they do really good videos, like great packaging, great videos. They have done a lot of views, guys, 194 million views. They've done for a lot of money. They've done a lot of money. And everyone's just trying to copy them because it makes sense. And I even have a student that's doing like 6-7K a month right now in the same niche. I'm not going to show his channel, but he's doing $6,000-$7,000 a month from the same type of topics. And this channel is very new as well, 5 months old. Actually, not really 5 months old, because most of it's come in the last like 4 months, right? So 19 videos. And I know the RPM in this channel is about $5-6-ish actually. So if they've done a total here of 1 million views times 6 is about $6,000, $5,000 to $6,000 they've made in the first, let's say 3-4 months, which is really good. They could post way more videos, honestly. 19 videos in 5 months is sad. My students do between 8 to 12 videos a month, right? So again, just sharing with you guys, they're very simple videos to make. The animations are easy. The voiceover and script is done with AI. Thumbnails are also done with AI. It's not much work here, guys. It's really not much work to make that kind of money. So I give it a 10 out of 10 because I know how lucrative it is. It's just up to you guys if you want to do this. If you're interested in this niche, it's a great niche to get into. Alrighty, so now we can move on to the next one, which is down here. It is Simply Sitcoms, which is essentially a sitcom channel. So if you're interested in old TV, so if you are an old timer, you like watching these videos, you like the old shows that you miss and you reminisce about, you can literally create a YouTube channel that goes over the best shows and specific things of the best shows. So for example, they have the biggest jerks in sitcom history. As you can see, we have like Michael from The Office and all these other people. So the biggest jerks, or people that ruin the favorite shows. Whatever it is, this is going to bring back a large level of nostalgia for the older demographic, which is going to trigger them to click on these videos. Like they do really, really well, 37 videos in, they've done 1 million views. So it's not crazy, but again, the older people are watching these videos predominantly, which means it's going to pay more, which means it's all the more lucrative in general because you're already going to get a higher payout. Right, so you can take a look here and see how much money they're going to be making. And as we can see, it's about $6 per 1,000 views. So even though they have 1 million views total, they've made about $6,000. And these videos are very simple to make. I'd argue they probably cost like $30, $40 to make. So again, the cost is very low. The upside is very high. And if you keep on posting, these are very evergreen videos that just sit in the algorithm and never die. Right? So I'd give this maybe a 7 to 8 out of 10. Just want to share with you guys another opportunity to tackle and tap into the elderly niche, specifically with older sitcoms. All right, and moving on, we now have Sahari, which yet again is another Every Explained channel. I'm sharing a few of these because I'm just blown away, guys. 61 videos, they cost like $20, $30, $40 to make. 2.2 million views. It's not, again, the craziest results, but again, the videos are not really aligned. So like there's not much alignment here. They have like Polish house style, every rank in Roman Empire. So I'm also sharing this as a lesson. So this one specifically is on list because I want to show you guys what not to do as well. So they have 2 million views, and that's simply because some things just took off and did really well, not because all the videos did well. And they could have much more success if they just honed in on one specific niche and one specific style of videos, but they really spread the net a little bit too wide, and they throw spaghetti at the wall hoping everything sticks, but only a few things actually do. So this is a lesson because I don't want you to do the same mistake that they're doing. Don't spread too wide. Pick one thing, like if it's Naruto or if it's housing or whatever you want to do, just stick to that one thing and stick to it. The more honed in you are on your niche, on your avatar, the more money you're going to make. This is just trying way too much, and it's good results, yeah, but it could be 10 times more profitable, right? So this is also serving as a lesson. And moving on, we have another Every Explained one, which is J-Done History, which is also a really good channel. So 101 videos. They've done a total of 22.5 million views. I'll let you guys do the math on this one. I think you guys kind of get the point by now. It's a lot of money, guys. It's a lot of money. And they're very simple videos to make. Again, like the editing style, I swear, it just gets easier and more simpler by the day. I'm seeing more and more channels that are popping up with much more simple animations, simple text, simple everything. And they're doing just as good as channels that are putting in a lot of effort and a lot of time to create the videos. So again, this just gives me a 10 out of 10 on the scale of what the heck you should be doing on YouTube. Like straight up 10 out of 10, guys. Easy money, easy money, printed out of thin air. All right. I don't want to see excuses. No more excuses. Just get on, start creating content. The next one we have here is called Order 77, which is another channel that is about Star Wars. So I have a student doing a Star Wars niche, and he's doing about $40,000 a month. So if you're wondering if Star Wars works, yes, it does. Is there a large audience of Star Wars fans? Yes, there is. Is this stuff evergreen and it lasts forever and people watch it for years and years and years? Yes, that's also the case. It's a very good niche. And a channel like this that's opened 1 month ago with 7 videos has already generated 500,000 views. Very, very good, guys. Very good and very easy videos to make. It's literally all AI stuff, AI images, and also clips and snippets of comics. It's so easy to make. You can hire an editor for probably about like $50-ish to make this video. And again, maybe a thumbnail artist for maybe $5, $7 to make the videos for you. So all in, you're like less than $60 to make a video. And the upside is very high because the RPM is very high. The niche is very good. It's a cult-like audience. The demand is always there. If you're into Star Wars at all, I would recommend a Star Wars channel, my personal opinion. And last but not least, guys, we have Lamb Sauce, which is, again, an iteration of the Pexels channel or Pexta channel, where they had the most loved, most versus most hated, but like kind of for TV actors, streamers, people on shows, whatever it is. But now they did it specifically for Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen, guys. So that's what I love about this is you can take things and combine them together into something new. So the concept has already been proven of most hated versus most loved, when people get disrespected, whatever it is. But nobody's thought about doing it for Hell's Kitchen. So that's what makes this niche so good, or this channel so good, because in 9 videos, they already generated 2.5 million views, guys. I'm like saving the best for last year. This is not only, I'm not saying go into Hell's Kitchen. I'm saying if something hasn't been done before in a specific style that's proven to work like this or the Ever Explained, you have an opportunity. And there's only a small window before somebody else finds it, jumps on it, because they don't care about the what ifs. They would rather live with the mentality of I tried than what if. And you should have the exact same mentality when doing this business, guys. So that finalizes everything here. If you want to go into my school community, like I said, it's the first link. And if you want to bypass the school community and work directly with me and guarantee success within 6 months, it's going to be the second link in the description. Book a call, see if it's a fit to work with us. There is an investment to work with us, of course. We don't just do this stuff for free. Naturally, because I literally guide you to success, and I give you one-on-one mentorship with my own personal time, my teams, my guidance. We have 11 calls a week to work with you one-on-one, and that's just what we do. If you're actually interested in looking at what this whole thing looks like, just to get a steep peek, because I'm fully transparent about this stuff. Even look at this. We do client retreats and masterminds with our team. Like, this is where we take our team. I'm going to Skiathos, Greece, later in September, to a villa like this to film content with our top students. So that's what we do. And also, if you look at Let's see over here, accomplishments. You'll see some of our students that are just absolutely crushing it. Look, I made 50K on my first channel, silver play loading. Like this was just posted 1 day ago. Journey to 10K a month. This guy just started. He's got 15,000 views, 130 subs. That's literally within 3 videos posted. First video uploaded, 1K subs, the first channel, making some progress, 5K views in 4 days. All right, that's crazy. Some views in the pipeline now, $100 days, $2,000 views. Did it. Let me see your second video live. This is literally me not even hand picking things, guys. Not even hand picking. I'm just showing you guys the first page of what's kind of happening. Monthly update. You can kind of see here the success, the earnings coming in. Guys, these are people winning, and they're even this body of people are just brand new to the program as well, already seeing results. People are getting monetized within the first month. They're making thousands and thousands of dollars. Look at this, monetized 7 videos in 13 days. 7 videos and 13 days monetized. Do you see anyone doing this kind of stuff? Do you see anyone even, first of all, showing proof and evidence like this? No. And I have so many students that are doing like $20,000, $30,000, $50,000 a month. If I scroll back through these, you'll find them all. So if you guys are interested in going, like bypassing the free school community and just you're confident you want to work with me, just book a call. It's a second link. We can see if it's a fit to work together. Like I said, it's an investment. And if you don't want to, you just want to consume my free content, that's perfectly fine. If you don't want to join my free school community, that's fine as well. Just keep watching the content. And like I said, if this was a great video, leave it a like. Obviously subscribe so you can come back for more, and then drop a comment on what else you want to see. And if you came this far, seriously, by now you are an MVP. I don't know how long this video is going to be, probably an hour or so. You guys are MVPs for sticking around this long to just consume content about niches. But hopefully you guys see this wasn't just about niches. This was about learning about the opportunity itself, and a little bit of motivation, and instilling some training on limiting beliefs, because some of you guys need it. So that's also what we do. It's a big part of our program is mindset mastery, going through the mindset and adopting the right mindset. And again, if you can also come in here, you can see we have unlimited scroll here of freaking testimonies. There's so many testimonies. $3,800 in 2 months, $75K in 90 days, $90,000 in 90 days, $4K in 90 days, $11K in 2 channels, $48,000 in 90 days. Like, guys, the testimonies and results are insane. There's so many of them, right? So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.